Welcome to another episode, everyone. Racist Mexican podcaster disrespects foundational Black Americans and loses everything. We're talking about this individual here, Lucky from Hoodstocks. You remember him, right? I covered the situation where he made a comment about the African booty scratchers and this, that, and the other. Individuals were outraged. Apparently something happened with the studio. I think he was talking about a fire at one point and something else happened. And I've seen multiple videos or titles of videos over the last 24 hours with individuals really celebrating, if you will, his downfall. They're happy that he is losing. Me, myself, I am not. That's the same as calling YouTube and getting the channel taken down. You know, being happy that someone, I know how hard it is and how much work goes into your content or an individual's content. So I'm never gleeful or happy if someone loses their income, loses their way, their job. He's been doing this for 7 years, he said, building up this podcast. But now this is Top Media TV. Just so you know, this is, let me get this individual right here. This is his channel, Top Media TV. He has this stuff that's going on with Lucky now. Lucky from Hoodstocks, he made this comment right here. Which race always quick to cry racism while always be racist? I don't know what that always be racist. I guess he meant always being racist. Don't worry, I'll wait. Cat Williams' voice. For the record, I didn't watch this clip. A homie sent me a screenshot of this. #comedy. Stop crying already. You ain't done nothing for the homies. We owe you nothing. Get off my nuts. No one's on your little small ass nuts. I know them up. I know they small. Ain't no one's on them. And this is a white supremacist talking point, if you will, that that individuals from a particular demographic are always crying about something or playing the victim. Not that we are the victim. We've been victimized, but they say that we playing the victim. No, we're not playing the victim. We have been the damn victims. What the hell? So something happened to his studio, and let's see what it was.
Guy, your co-host, and we're here in Cape Town, and I'm here to try the Don Chilaquiles. I heard they're fire, so we're about to find out, and I'm here with the homie Lucky, the legend Lucky. So I just want to know what's going on with the studio, man. This is crazy what we found out, and I'm really devastated, but we're going to get back up, and we just want to know what's going on, Lucky.
Well, I'm going to leave it in God's hand. I'm going to leave it within the community of how we get back up. You know what I mean? If we see some signs in the road, or if there's an overwhelming abundance of supporters that want us to get back up and keep moving, then I'll take that as a sign from God as well, you know. But everything, like I said, happens for a reason, you know. This is a blessing in disguise. Sometimes we don't know, why certain things are happening. But I believe this is in God's working. And when he speaks, we need to listen, Right. Real shit,
Real shit,
Is it devastating? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's my baby, you know what I mean? It's something that I've been fertilizing for 7 years to grow. And it's helped out a lot of people, Yes. Break my heart a little bit at first. But at the same time, it gave me a sense of relief to know that it's time to regroup and redirect.
And elevate, definitely. Yes.
If elevation in that space is what God wants, then elevation in that space is what we'll do,
And what did I tell you last time? For every breakdown, there's a breakthrough. And I truly believe in that. Truly believe in
No,
that.
100%, and I love that you said that too. And just to, just keeping it 100%, and sometimes loving or hating with what one person said.
Now again, we feel nothing. That's none of our business. He read what he saw, and the sad part is his so-called enemies, these were what they call them, vatos or whatever they call themselves. This was them. It wasn't us, right? So now he's in studio making fun of black people. He got that woman on there saying that they don't like black people. Where we're not doing nothing to him. He not walking down the street worrying for his life from black people. He worried about other Mexicans. That's his issue. These people want to be honorary W folks, so they go out of their way to try to ingratiate themselves to them. The issue I'm having now is, he's doing videos from his car where he's totally devastated about losing his studio, right? And he's basically starts to give details about what happened.
With that said, love and respect to everyone that's reached out.
Well, yes, of course, we're not the ones that did it, don't know who did what. But again, I'm not celebrating anyone losing their property or losing their studio. Now, unless you're using this and using your platform to push racism, then of course, that's not the poison that we want in the world. So I use mine to help fight racism, but I'm not pushing racism. There is a difference, but sometimes they get mixed up from the listener who wants a certain perspective, has a slanted perspective, and wants to paint me in a certain picture. Nevertheless, but if you're using your platform for that, then that's one thing. But if he's made a couple of comments, but other than that, he uses he has a regular platform where he has his people on there and he talks about whatever it is that he talks about. So he doesn't use his platform to spew racism. He's made a couple of comments, that I disagree with. But again, that doesn't merit him losing his studio, particularly in this way. If individuals have a problem with him and think that he's a racist, then deal with it. Deal with him. It was supposed to be a fight set up a long time ago and all that. None of that stuff happened. You deal with it that way, but not, oh yeah, I'm glad you lost your place. I'm glad you lost your studio. I mean, maybe nobody's going to cry over it, but I'm just saying, celebrating it doesn't move me.
What they love and they respect and they support for Hoodstocks, you the real ones. 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning, bzz, bzz, bzz. The cell phone thing, right? It's going off the hook. Finally get my lazy ass up, open it up. I got 100 texts. Pepita's blowing me up, and the owner of the building's blowing me up. So I said, something's not right. Talk to the owner. The owner says, sir, the building is on fire. Please get there as soon as possible. Get some coffee in me, wash my balls, brush my teeth. I head over there. Place is surrounded, taped off by fire engines and spectators and insurance companies and safety building code and you name it, they're there. Talked to the police chief, the captain, one running the show, and he got my information, and he basically said, hey, it's an ongoing investigation. They got the fire out. They got everything they need to put together to conclude the investigation. And he said something that had to do with maybe a cigarette butt in the stairwell. Started in the stairwell, our studio's next to the stairwell. The fire started in the stairwell, went into our studio. Fire, smoke, water damage in the studio. Studio is totaled. Hoodstock studio is done with, 100% done with. They put a red tag on that shit that it's not safe to be in there at all. Not landlord, owner of the building already refunded me my deposit. First and last, all the above, everything is done with in their Hoodstock studio is done with, man. You know what I mean? We've had a problem with the homeless population. Sometimes we got to kick them out. Meth heads, crack heads, them dudes that fold over like a lawn chair. Yeah, them heads. Sometimes they just trying to get some rest. I get it, dog. I know how it is. I've been bucking in the dirt, homie. I might have smoked some dope in the stairwell too one time. I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm just saying anything could happen. Anything is possible. Anybody could have left a cigarette right there that lights a stairwell. How do you light a stairwell on fire, dog? Anyways, that's where the fire department's going to figure that shit out. And we're going to get the report and we're going to see what it is. But as of now, I'm doing absolutely nothing, dog. I'm not overly stressed. I'm not overly anything. I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to let God take control and tell me where I need to go. Do I continue podcasting? I continue podcasting, dog. But right now, I'm chilling, dog. I'm chilling, homie. I had a long day. I had to try to recover some things that were salvageable in there. That wasn't fun. But luckily, Playboy Eddie's painting made it out of there.
It's funny how these people like to invoke God after.
Shout out to Top Media TV. Shout out to you, brother, covering this and getting on it. Let me know what you think in the comments. You heard what he just said. Lucky from Hoodstocks there. The building burned down. The building burned down. There was a few items in there that were salvageable. He got those out. But other than that, there's nothing. They put a red tag on the building. Can't go in there. It's cooked. It's over. Whatever happened, a fire spread it in there, and he lost the building where he was filming his podcast. So he got his money back from the deposit, as he said, but now he has to film somewhere else. But he seems to be in good spirits, if you will, considering what happened. That is devastating, considering losing your whole studio that you've been in for 7 years and been working hard at your craft for 7 years, trying to build it, as he said, to just lose it overnight, get a phone call, and it's all gone. He's taking it rather well, I'd say. Some people might be balled up somewhere in the corner crying, or just going out to get another studio. At least, okay, let me go over here then. You got your money back. Let me go over here and rent this studio out. Let's go, people. We all over here. Let's set it up. Let's go. Which he probably will do at some point. It'll take a while to rebuild that building, I'm sure. So he's not waiting on that. He's going to have to move somewhere else or figure something else out. Or, as he said, whatever he decides to do. It sounds like he doesn't even know if he's going to continue on with podcasting right now. Anyway, he's not sure. He's putting it in God's hands, he says. So we'll see what happens, man. There you have it. Lucky from Hoodstocks. As he just said, Hoodstocks is no more. Well, I mean, that's that's the name of his channel, so it's still going to be Hoodstocks. He can just go somewhere, he can do it right there in his car. I mean, he has other podcasters there. I'm sure he'll figure something out. Right now, he's just, see if I'm going to continue podcasting, whatever. He's probably just down a little bit on what happened. But again, his spirits are pretty up. But as far as him saying, I'm not sure, I'll figure it out. That's just because of what just happened. After a couple of days, I'm getting back to my job. I'm getting back to my podcast. And he'll have some renewed energy, I'm assuming, and be looking for something else, or people already hitting him up, texting him, calling him, or you can rent this building out, you can go over here, giving him all sort of ideas. Other owners of buildings probably hitting him up, man, you can come over here, whatever. I think he'll probably figure something out soon. I don't know if the individual is racist or not. He's talking about God, but a lot of people talk about God. And they're not God-like people. If you're a racist, don't talk about God. Don't say God this and God if you're a racist. Because you're being a hypocrite. And these individuals, like Swamp Story got on No Jumper. That's why we got to gatekeep our own community and our own culture. Just these people just don't know what they're talking about, and say that he believes that LA gangs are taking after Mexican culture with the gear that we wear, and LA culture and LA gangs. Like, what is this dude talking about? And you see this individual here, Lucky, with this sort of clothes on that we would probably wear. Some of it, so they they act as if they hate us, but secretly it's really just envy. And these individuals, a lot of them, they want proximity to whiteness. That's why they lick the balls of white people. Won't bring them no smoke, no fight. They have all of their problems, and they focus on us and our community. Every other ethnicity, they never deal with their own situations and their own people and their own communities, because all of them have problems. And I'll start exposing exactly what I mean by that. All of them do. Don't worry about us. There you have it. What happened? Place burned down. It's unfortunate, man. I'm sure he's devastated. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe and stay free, people.